Allow me to give you an example. I do this every year. This is all in a day's work for a professor. All right. Can you see what this is? Look. Look at it. Look. How about that? What do you think? Why are you laughing? This is a piece of garbage. Seriously. This is a piece of paper. It is a piece of cellulose with a little ink on it. It's nothing. Why are you laughing? Why are you getting nervous? This is nothing. Why all these comments? Why all this laughter? Why all this nudging? Why the nervousness? Why do people post on YouTube, Professor Huerta de Soto rips up a €10 bill? This is the perfect illustration for today's class. Because each and every one of you, the moment I did this, and you will never forget it, and the class has cost me €10, projected onto the bill what you would do if you had it. And you think, well, with that bill today, since I am short of money, I could pay for my bus fare, and I could have a sandwich, and I could pay the entrance fee to the disco. We all assign utility to the bill as a means to achieve numerous ends. Yours, and mine. And what is the end I have valued today? What end has led me to use this means, which has utility for me? Precisely to communicate to you in class today, through an illustration you will never forget, the concept of utility projected onto the means whenever people act. I have said that the means is subjective. I say to a friend, well, even though I'm a little shy, I'm going to ask Monica to the disco. But my friend says, oh, for crying out loud, nobody does that anymore. Nobody does that. You're out of touch. It's unbelievable. I pay no attention to him. The mere subjective belief on my part that something will enable me to achieve my end is sufficient to turn that something into a means, and thus into an object of study in economics and an object of exchange in the market. Let me provide you with a much more illustrative example. Let us imagine that we are in the middle of a primitive tribe, perhaps of cave dwellers in New Guinea, or a tribe in the middle of the Amazon, hunter-gatherers for instance, and the chief of the tribe has a son who gets sick. He becomes terribly ill with tonsillitis. At that time, an NGO doctor visits the tribe. She diagnoses the illness and attempts to give the child an injection of antibiotics. However, the chief of the tribe subjectively believes that it is much more efficient to call the witch doctor and ask him to perform some chants and exorcisms around the boy to rid him of the evil spirits that are keeping him bedridden. I offer this example because it might appear to us from the outside that the appropriate, correct means, indeed the only means, is to trust modern medicine and the injection of antibiotics. Nevertheless, if the chief of the tribe is convinced that modern medicine and antibiotics are worthless, and that the exorcisms of the tribe's witch doctor are valuable, the means is the tribe's witch doctor, and not the antibiotics. For we have defined the means as anything the subject, who acts, subjectively believes, regardless of whether the method seems ridiculous or dreadful to us, will permit the achievement of an end. At that moment, the chosen method becomes a means. Another example. If a young woman or a young man, in Italy for instance, where both men and women are particularly elegant, believes that if every night she applies 8 lotions to her face, the next morning she will wake up more beautiful and with fewer wrinkles, it does not matter that in the vast majority of cases this is false. Her belief is sufficient to turn the lotions into means, with their corresponding utility. Her belief also makes these lotions extremely valuable economic goods, which give rise to huge investments, pharmaceutical companies, advertising campaigns, TV commercials. Am I right or not? I repeat, the means is also determined subjectively by the actor in the context of each action, and its entrance into the economic sphere depends on the subjective valuations of the end and of the also subjective utility which the actor assigns to his or her means.